Raj, what part of the allure of brand Modi is down to the characteristics of the personality and his messaging, and what part glitters brighter because of the lack of political efficacy of his opponents? If he was up against an equally formidable competitor, would brand Modi still look as strong, or do you think he looks stronger because of the state of the Indian opposition?
See, to understand brand Modi, you have to understand what is brand to this country. One, I feel that brand is a foreign concept, right? India as a country, there are only two ways that we have understood products. One, familiarity, and the other one is culture. आप अगर भारत में देखोगे, ठंडा मतलब, राइट? नमक मतलब, टाटा मतलब नमक, राइट? आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. Similarly, मोदी मतलब, right? Sarkar, right? So there is one of the most incredibly interesting things that has happened is the fact that generics have always worked in this country, right? पानी बोलूँगा तो आपको पता है bottle कौन सा याद आएगा, right? So you have to understand how this country understands brands. So the moment, and I completely agree with Pradeep ji said that when you look at, there are two parts to the country. There is a Vedantic concept of Samruddhi and Saundarya. Samruddhi is in the 70% that we are speaking about. This is where the prosperity comes from, the 70%. That's the mool, that's the root of this country. And Saundarya is the urbanization and our entire ambition. Here is a man and here is a brand that has been able to bridge मन की बात से लेकर मून की बात तक. जिस दिन मेरे घर जब चंद्रयान हुआ था, दूध वाला आया था बीच में पूछ रहा मेरे को कि सर लैंड हुआ. When was Chandrayaan relevant to a milkman? So the most interesting thing we talk about, every marketing room I go into, there is always a conversation about pop culture. We want to be part of pop culture. He is pop culture in 70% of this country, right? You may have multiple points of view, opinions about, where you stand, what you do. But fundamentally, the most fundamental, marketing principle that we have today, engagement, engagement, engagement. This brand has engaged you through the adverse times, to interesting times, to things that were irrelevant to you. G20 किसको पता था भाई? Right? Chandrayaan when was it so relevant कि भाई India is on the moon?
So do you think he's better at marketing than you?
Sir, 150%. See, and it's not marketing. You have to understand culture. See, like I told you, this country is not about marketing. This country is about culture. Look at where the man comes from. And it's very important to understand where somebody comes from, because हमारे पास opinion रहेगा. You understand these things way better than somebody like me. We are behind the scenes people, right? But fundamentally, if you look at it, for something to become pop culture takes immense amount of intent for sure. It has to be relevant. People talk about terms are irrelevant. Time. Gandhi ji का एक time था. He was relevant at that point in time. It was very important. He became pop culture. Indira ji का भी एक time था. This is the time where, and it doesn't come out of anything else but the intent of people.
So you mentioned the moon landing episode, that how, the communist people were involved and, they were curious about what is happening there. Is it something that creating an event around a thing which even the common man can get involved? Is that the reason why this brand has been built so?
That's what I'm saying. I always try to go away from the concept of brand. This is culture. This is pop culture. You have to understand, हम लोग pop culture is always used in the urban terms, right? हम लोग rural में pop culture नहीं सोचते. What is interesting is that the fact that anything this man touches becomes a brand, right? And that is an incredibly interesting. And I'm not talking about just here. This is globally. I spend a lot of time in London. You must hear the conversation that happens. I'm amazed sometimes, saying that, because, when there are people who are probably walking the political corridors over there as well. It's incredible to see the point of view that people have. Never before have we seen a leader from this nation with this magnitude having such strong, diverse, point of views. But the fact of the matter is that he is keeping every single person engaged.